everyone. Ann Louise Gittleman here for another Wellness Wednesday. How are you and where are you from? Let me know what beautiful state you're from, what the weather is like, what kind of questions you'd like me to answer. And let me know exactly how I can help you today. Now, if you haven't ordered this new book called Radical Longevity, The Powerful Plan to Sharpen Your Brain, Strengthen Your Body, and Reverse the Symptoms of Aging, we have a special gift for you. The gift is a wonderful silver cleansing cloth called Stellar Cleans, which will give you 10,000 wipes. I use it on my glasses all the time because it protects against germs, virus, and bacteria. You can get yours free today by ordering this wonderful new book by Ann Louise Gittleman, First Lady of Nutrition, if you go to annlouise.com/silver, annlouise.com/silver. It's been a long day, my friends. I need a lot of silver myself these days. But take a look at this wonderful thing. You can use it on your glasses. You can use it on your computer. You can use it on your cell phone. I use it to clean. You can use it as a wipe, as a little hanky. This is the most important thing you can do to kind of detoxify yourself without any of the harsh chemicals that we're using today for sanitation purposes. So this is yours free today if you order my book, radicallongevity.com/silver, radicallongevity.com/silver. Now on to wonderfully other things to really assist you with. I have a few questions that I want to get through, and then we'll open it up to some of your comments. Ram says, please explain the common uses for food-grade diatomaceous earth. Food-grade diatomaceous earth is used to detoxify the intestinal tract from worms and parasites. It's a very high source of silica, and if you get the food grade and put a tablespoon in a smoothie a day, the worms will go away. It's a wonderful deworming, parasitizing, anti-parasitizing agent. I've used it for years in my smoothies and green drinks. The next question is a lovely question from Brenda. Brenda says, what are your thoughts and any references, suggestions about the causes and possible solutions for recurring dizziness, vertigo, and ambulatory balance problems? These various episodes are occasionally preceded by headache-free ocular migraines, which seem to last about 20 minutes. So I think whenever you have a dizziness situation or even migraines, you've got to make sure that your musculoskeletal situation is in balance. You want to make sure that you go to a chiropractor or a doctor of osteopathy, if you can find one, or even a PT, a physical therapist, who can make sure that your TMJ is in balance, that make sure that your sinuses are where they should be, that your cranial nerves are all aligned. And that's exceedingly important for anything in the upper neck. I know from personal experience because I had an accident many, many years ago, which was almost a critical concussion. So you got to check that out, number one. Number two, I would suggest that you look into any kind of sinus or ear infections, and if so, that's where silver comes into play. Take a look at our silver online at unityhealth.com. That could be very helpful, or even some grapefruit seed extract, which seems to get rid of at least 800 different viruses, bacteria, and fungi. I have another question here, which I think is going to be a very, very good one. This one is from Rachel Sampson. With all the information out there about our toxic environment, external and internal, sometimes I feel like Chicken Little. The sky is falling. Is there a list of priorities, assuming that we have limited resources and mental bandwidth to deal with all of it? Would love you to speak on the wide range of things that you feel are of concern, then the 3 to 5 most important things someone can do to live well. Thank you so much. Number one, balance your pH. If you're a little tired, live on apple cider vinegar. The best thing for tiredness and fatigue is apple cider vinegar because it makes your cell on a real atomic level a little more acidic. The cell is like a battery. It has to have a little bit of an acid charge, a slightly acid charge. 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar 3 times a day and 8 ounces of water will be very good to balance your pH and give you energy throughout the day. When I'm doing all these nonstop podcasts, which I've been doing now for about 2 months, I live on apple cider vinegar. If you find that you can't sleep at night and you actually have to be brought down because you've got too much energy, that's where salt and soda comes into play. A teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of soda in about a quart of water, and take about 4 8-ounce glasses a day throughout the day. So it's either salt and soda to bring you down, to depress an overexcited mind, an anxious mind, a hyperactive mind, or more apple cider vinegar to kind of get your pH in balance. That's number one. Number two, everybody needs adrenals. Adrenals are your fight and flight glands. So if you don't have the kind of energy you need and you're a night owl, that shows that you really need to get more adrenal energy into your system. The best adrenals that I know of is something called the adrenal formula that I created because I lived on adrenals for many, many years, or pantothenic acid, 2 to 3 grams a day, or even ashwagandha, which is an adaptogen for the adrenal glands. So that would be number two. Number three would be a multiple that's copper and zinc free, copper and actually iron free. We've got one new one from Unikey that fits the bill exactly. Number four would be charcoal because it's a detoxifier. In case you're feeling ill or sick, take 2 charcoals, two twice a day, and it'll be very good to kind of absorb any of the toxins in the environment or in the foods. And number five would be magnesium. 5 milligrams per pound of body weight. Magnesium is probably the best chill pill that I know of. So hopefully, Rachel Sampson, that helps you out a great deal. Peggy says, she's been told she has the genetic SNP that suggests saturated fats are a problem for me. She's got a variation genetically that shows that saturated fats could be a metabolic problem. Have you seen that connection in those that have weight gain issues? I've never seen the issue of the genetic issues with saturated fats creating problems with weight, but I have seen it with heart. I'd get a complete heart overall test, make sure that you monitor all the different heart values, because I see that the inability to metabolize saturated fats really is an issue with heart disease, primarily with a high LPA and a high HDL. Next question. This gal is Melanie. Melanie, hello and welcome. I have a question. I'm in my early 40s and I swell up each time before my period. So she's got some PMS, perimenopausal issues, especially the breasts and even my legs feel very heavy. In fact, this sensation occurs on and off all month. I'm on a compounded progesterone liquid and need an organic diet with a daily multiple and GLA. What am I missing? Whenever you look at things like hormonal imbalances, you look at gamma-linolenic acid to be taken to day 12 through 25 of the menstrual cycle. You also look at B6, at least 100 milligrams, and more magnesium. I have a sense that this little gal here, Melanie, needs more magnesium. So you need 5 milligrams per pound of body weight. Next question came from our dear Lynn Tapper. She wants to know what you can do about the chemtrails that are in the sky, as well as the carbon-60, which protects against 5G. One of the things that I suggest for any of you that have heavy metals is the homeopathic from HVS. And the homeopathic that's very good for heavy metals is the one called Metals. You can get this by calling the HVS laboratory or call my office. I will order it for you. So this is a homeopathic that gets rid of lead and arsenic and uranium, mercury, as well as cadmium. The problem with the chemtrails is that a lot of this is very hard to measure because it's nanoparticles, but this will get rid of it very nicely. You need at least 2 to 3 bottles. The other questions that we've had along the way have to do with hormonal weight gain. And as we get older, sometimes our hormones get out of whack, and the more that you start accumulating extra estrogen and copper, the more that you gain a lot of water weight. So you need progesterone and zinc if you're suffering from any kind of hormonal weight gain. Now, before I leave you, let me just say to you that this is probably the very best thing you can do for your environment, and that is get thee some silver. So you can take the silver internally or take it in this little wipe that's so helpful. And we're going to be offering a lot more free gifts as the book starts to release. It'll be out there by May 11th, and I want to wish you well. I want to wish you a wonderful rest of your day. We'll answer any and all questions. God bless.